Alright, so this is Saturn B 2008. The cover, you just pop it off upwards and up. And then this guy, you gotta release a clamp here with an 8mm and over here with another 8mm and just pop it up and up again, because all it has is grommets all over the place except here. Set it to the side. Just want to work comfortably. And I might take out this cover too. And take it out, you gotta move the cap. And then you gotta pop this off. There we go. Pop it up through the back and put it to the side. So this client's back for something else. Client states that the thermostat, she has a thermostat. Client states that they have a thermostat code, and that code must be addressed to replacing the thermostat. That's per her own admission. So, thermostat's all the way behind here. Try to flash my flashlight back there. You can see the bolts. Follow the hose and you'll see the bolts. Hopefully. But I could see a bolt all the way back here. So there's one of them. See if my camera can focus in. There it is right there. That's one of them, and the other one's on the opposite side, 180 degrees. 10 mils, I think they are. Anyways, I'll confirm to you guys later what it is. So when you see here on this little corner here, all the way down there, you can see where the coolant's coming out of. So what I use to take it out, because by hand you cannot release this, that's how tight it is. I use a small little wrench, adjustable, put it right to the size of this, and just barely cocked it off loose, and then went down a couple turns till I got it hand loose, and then I can actually finish it off by hand and take it out. Now I just have it draining here. I released and loosened up this cap so all the coolant can drain out, because the less of a mess I have, the better. I like keeping my place clean, my workshop clean, and that's the way it works out. So it'll drain there for a little bit. Alright, so this is my setup right now. I just have a 1/4-inch ratchet with a, I call it reducer, but it's really right now it's going from 1/4 to 3/8. I got my spring-loaded extension weeble wobble. I just forget the words here. And a 10mm up top. So I squeeze my arms through here. I do fit pretty nicely through here. Or else you're going to have to use a really long extension. Probably like that long. It's probably 2 feet. So, yeah. This is my setup for now, because my hands fit pretty nicely around here. These nicks and crannies, I got my whole hand up to the arm right in between here, and played with this enough to get it on the bolt and get it loose. So right now I got the whole housing loosened up. I haven't taken out a hose yet, but I assume I'm gonna have to soon. So let's see how far I can get without taking anything out. Alright, so after getting those bolts loosed, I got them hand loose. All I did was just take the my setup off the ratchet and just use it by hand. Just go in there and just loosen it up. Take it completely out. Got the 2 bolts out, and without taking off one hose, I already got it loosened out. As you can see here, here's the housing and there's the thermostat in the back, and that's it. Now I'm just going to replace the thermostat, put it back together again, refill with new coolant, and turn it on and see how she runs. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use these crab jaw-like pliers. You can get them at Harbor Freight. I'm going to pull the thermostat out, just like that. Just going to wrap around the tip of it and just pull it out. It should come out easy. Because sometimes they're stuck, they don't come out by hand. Let's see if I can give you a good... There we go, that's a perfect shot right there. Hopefully. I mean, I know there's the plugs in the middle, but... Just be patient with me, guys. This camera is not too good. Let's see if it can just, I can have it to focus on my hand. There we go, come on. Focus on my fingers, come on, buddy. There we go. Maybe, maybe not. But you see the thermostat on the back. I'm just going to go around with the crab jaw like pliers and get onto it and pull it back. There it is. Got it out. There's a thermostat. You got the coolant going inside the reservoir, inside the recovery tank. And that's basically it for now. I'm going to replace it with the new thermostat and button everything up. The bolt's torque is 10 Newton meters. Saw another video saying that the guy already mounted it twice in a span of 6 months or whatever. His O-ring is going bad on him, supposedly. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean everything up real good and button these down to 10 Newton meters by the torque meter. And what I mean by torque meter is this unit right here. Alright, so what I think happened here that made this thermostat fail was that the inner O-ring that actually separates the hot coolant from the cool coolant, or from the less hot coolant, broke, and then you had it seeping through the back, which also made excessive cooling, which gives you no heat to your heater core, which will give you no heat going out through your air vents, which will give you a low temperature at the thermostat, and probably maybe a misfire or a PCM code saying that your thermostat doesn't work, or etc., etc., etc. So yeah, this is the problem right here. This thermostat failed naturally, so now I'm just going to replace it with this brand new one. And you can see here the O-ring's perfect left and right. This one had no leaks, no silicone to it, so will I do the same. And yeah, this is supposed to be a fail-safe. Hopefully they bought the fail-safe one. Motorrad does do fail-safes, and let's see what happens. I'll mount this up real quick and give it a test. Look at that. Look at that piece of copper right there, huh? Interesting. Interesting stuff. Yeah. Little baby piece of copper. Alright. So, this is going back in. There's the back there. All I'm going to do is just pop this guy in there. Let's see if you can see my hand. So you can see my hand back here. I'm just going to set it in there. Flush. Make sure it seems all square. Just, it's in. Now all that's left is just put the thermostat housing back and put the bolts back and tighten it down to 10 Newton meters. Alright, so you can see here, my torque meter is at 10 Newton meters on the spot. Now I'm going to proceed and try to get it in there as best as I can and just torque them down to spec. Do my best. See how it goes. But yeah, torque meter, 10 Newton meters, and this one doesn't have a conversion, but I'll make the conversion on the description box. There we go. All right. So I took a video thinking I was taking the video, but I really wasn't taking the video because I didn't press record. So here's the coolant tank. I'm going to be squeezing the holes over here for the thermostat, squeezing the holes over here for the engine. Now, it shouldn't matter if I squeeze on the thermostat side because it's still closed and it won't be open anytime soon, but if I squeeze over here, it could help. I'm gonna start squeezing, and you can see the bubbles go up. See that? So basically, just burping the system, and the hose is getting pretty hot, so my hand is sort of getting tired of getting burnt. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, let it heat up, and the moment that thermostat opens, I should get a reduction of coolant from here to here at least, or more, maybe not more, but yeah, I overfilled it just in case, and if anything, I'll just take out the rest. But the point is, I overfilled it because every time the thermostat opens, it always takes about a half inch to an inch of coolant circulating through the engine. So yeah, I just want to show you that burping procedure. Just grab the hose, squeeze it a couple times till you see bubbles come out, just like we almost saw that one pop out, but it didn't want to go. But that's basically the gist of it. See that? All right.